Welcome to Backstage with the Simple Church podcast. Evan Semanco here, and that was not Justin Hagley.
It's still not good.
But still better than
I'm
me,
going to hear
Josh.
some flack from Jordan on that one.
Josh Mitchell, middle school pastor,
What's up,
realtor, dad, husband.
Too many jobs.
A lot of things.
Too many hats.
Hat backwards today, though. It's a good look.
I had to turn that one backwards so I could keep the other hat on at the same time. It's
Serious.
a lot going on, man.
And thanks for joining us for Backstage with the Simple Church podcast. We normally record on Monday afternoons. It was Memorial Day weekend, Josh.
Yes, it was.
That's right.
Yes, it was. Did you have a relaxing day?
No.
No.
Nah.
Neither did I.
Let's get into that in a second because if you're looking for Justin Hagler, he's not here. Speaking of Memorial Day weekend, he had a daughter graduate, Hannah.
Yeah.
Graduated college.
Congratulations to her.
That's right. Louisiana Tech alumnus now.
No, that's a big old step getting through that college. Man.
Absolutely. Her brother Ian came in town, got to be there. So, hey, we're getting him back to the airport to go up to New York City.
Yeah, he got movies and TV shows to make, man.
Doing business, getting things done. So we are missing Justin today, but we're still having a good time. Jordan's out working. Everybody's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
The two of us.
Just the two of us. They only make us work every day. Surprised they didn't make us come in yesterday.
I was on vacation Sunday, so I don't have much room to talk. Speaking of Memorial Day weekend, you're saying
I was not on vacation Sunday. I was here.
you were there. Thank you. Hold down the fort.
Yeah, did church and then went and grilled after.
Ooh, what'd you
grilled
grill?
up some hot dogs, some pork chops that I burned. I was very sad about that. Courtney and them said they were good. They're just being nice. They were all right. They were burned, but yeah, some chicken, some good stuff.
It's so frustrating when you actually cook, you take the time to prep it, you grocery shop, you do all the things, and then you make something that's not good.
And I'm like, what's it, Minnie in the Help? Minnie don't burn no chicken. Like I don't burn food often, but yeah, that was just one of them times that got me. But
it happens.
Nonetheless, still had a great time. Kids glad to be out of school, tearing up my house, leaving toys and stuff everywhere. So it's a good
I don't know
time.
if this is on the record or not, but I think the funny thing you said this morning was after 8 hours at home, I'm ready for summer to be over.
Yeah, it's time for them to go back. Let's get back in school.
Our kids, fun age.
Yeah, all similar ages, so we know if we go through a
That's
lot
right.
of the same things.
That's right. And I've got an extra one at my house. So this weekend.
Oh, that's right. You are plus one.
Met my little niece Annie, brand new baby in the family. My sister had their second child, is a month old. So we got to spend the weekend with them. It was great. Saw a friend Ryan Baker at his birthday. So
good.
we had a good old time. It was not relaxing, but it was fun.
It's always fun to hang out with the baby and then like hand the baby back to baby's parents.
Tiny. Like our youngest now is 3.5, and she's like, "You used to be this little."
Yeah,
doesn't seem that long ago, but she was
just seems
crying.
so
and wanted to get
fragile when
fed.
they're
Oh
that
yeah.
size.
A little bitty. So Annie's real
Oh,
cute.
man.
We came back with my little niece Margot, and we have been showing her the sights at Bossier, Josh. And this shocked me today. Facebook, if you're watching live on Mondays normally, today is Tuesday, you can comment, let us know, give us your feedback, because nobody in the office knew what goes down every Memorial Day at Louisiana Downs.
I had no idea about this.
The exotic animal races are a staple.
So what were the animals again?
You can go for the low price of $0
Love $0. Love free 99.
and see the horse races, but on top of that, ostrich races, zebra races, and camels, real life ones, racing for your amusement.
I saw the video of the camel one you showed me, and that
Yep.
was crazy. Somebody's got to find that ostrich.
I have
to.
I'll
see
put
that.
links in it. I'll do it for the show notes here, and you can try to find out and join us on the Facebook. We'd love for you to let us know if you've been to it, if you've heard about it, because we showed Margot, my little niece, around, and we sent stuff to my sister, and she's like, "What are y'all doing?"
I've never been up close with an ostrich, but I am terrified of them.
I'm not real close to one
They
either.
don't look nice.
I don't
Like,
think
they
most
look
of
kind of mean.
Wild animals are kind of wild animals for a reason.
Yeah, that ain't for me.
But I saw a couple of Simple Church people there at the horse race
The horse
race track, and it was a good old time. They had inflatables, food trucks,
And then you said they had races in between.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Regular
real
horse
races.
races.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also,
They need to promote that more.
smoking indoors, not something I miss.
Yeah, for those of you that were born post 2000, I guess.
I remember when Bossier voted to get rid of smoking in restaurants.
Yeah, Layla was amazed when I told her we went to Posado's once and she saw the upper area. She's like, "Why is that area raised?" And I was like, "Well, that used to be the smoking area." And she's like, "Wait, what?"
What?
She was like, "Was it enclosed or something?" I was like, "Oh, no. They would just smoke it. It would just be floating above you." And she could not believe that. But yeah, they I guess they're still smoking at the Louisiana Downs.
Different world, yes. It's not pleasant.
No, not for me.
Sorry to all our smokers out there, but we've got some.
We still love y'all.
We do. Just don't want to be in a tight, enclosed space with you.
Outdoors. That'd be
Circulate. Get
that'd
some
be
fresh
better.
air. So, Memorial Day, we had a good time. We thank you for all of our service members
Yes.
as we talk about remembering Memorial Day. That is what it's about. And actually, I learned a fun fact. Carol is our Australian listener who listens. She let me know in a message that Wednesdays she can't do it. It's 5:30 a.m. on Wednesday in Australia. Remember, they're ahead. And she has Pilates on Wednesday. So she's up for Pilates, not listening to the podcast.
That's what I was
making
doing
healthy
at
choices.
5:30 this morning, too.
Totally. But they have something called Anzac Day instead of Memorial Day. It's in
Okay.
April, and it's the Australian and New Zealand military. That's the ANZAC is the acronym they remember.
That's cool.
Learn something new.
So I wonder if like every country that has a, I guess most countries have a military, but
Seems
every
like-
country that has a pronounced military,
Right.
do they have a certain
World War.
Memorial Day or Remembrance Day or whatever they want to
yeah.
call it?
Theirs is in April. So there you go.
Be something cool to look up.
She
More
was
you know.
Looking for the podcast. The more you know. So thank you for everybody. I know we have a huge Air Force following in town and people are part of the church that serve our country. Thank you so much. I know for sure one family in the church, their husband is deployed and was in flying missions in Iran. And I know it's a lot going on in the world right now. We're thinking about you. And my favorite story of my family, my grandfather was in the Air Force. He flew the KC-135 was tankers. So they'd refuel midair in Vietnam.
Oh man, I've seen some of those video footage. You can look it up on YouTube.
Unbelievable.
People
Yeah, and this is the
refueling up in
60s,
the
so no
middle there.
computers. It's manual.
That's some crazy talented work.
He flew
doing
a
that.
bunch of missions in Vietnam, did 2 tours. My grandmother was there with it had been like 4 years old and maybe 1 year old. I think my dad and my aunt at the time were before school. And he calls one day when he finally gets a message and said, hey, when I get back, they want me to be in Washington, D.C. Do you mind moving everything, packing up, and taking the kids from California to Washington, D.C.? I got to be there when you get back. So my grandmother, with 2 kids under 5, had to pack up their entire living, had a dog, get in a car, and drive their whole life in I guess you got a U-Haul. I don't know back
Had
then in
to.
the 60s what would have done if it was some kind of
Have
military
to.
moving service.
even if you have a moving service that's moving all the stuff and you're
Right.
just driving, that's still. I mean, I drove from California to here, and that was
Right.
insane. That
So
was
she
3
went
days.
from California to Washington, D.C., 2 kids under 5 and a dog in the 1960s while her husband's fighting in the war.
Lord bless her.
So thank you, all of you military fans. Y'all are cut different.
Yes.
And I'd like to think that we could rise to the occasion, Josh, if we had to.
Yes.
But there's something about those folks that serve our country.
Yeah, definitely give a shout out. I got an uncle who was
Yep.
in the Navy. He is since retired, and he's got a lot of stories from being over there. He fought in what was the war in 2000?
In 2000,
Drawing a
Iraq.
blank to me. Yeah, Iraqi freedom. He
Iraqi
was over in Afghanistan, I believe, and got a Purple Heart and all sorts of stuff. So he's super fun guy, and love talking to him and learning more about just kind of what he did and all that stuff. It's some intense stories, but very thankful that we have a military here that helps us be free to do things like podcasts and watch
Enjoy.
ostrich races and all the silly stuff we do as Americans.
That's exactly.
So,
He got his Purple Heart so we could watch ostriches
Exactly.
on Memorial Day. Thank you for your service.
appreciate you, Uncle Tito.
And so we have got some questions. Actually, we had 2 questions come in this week. Podcast at thesimplechurch.tv. You can email us during the week. Hit us up on social media. You can send us a DM, follow us, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. TikTok, blowing up lately. I don't know what it is. We get probably 30 to 40 followers a day.
Okay.
So people following the TikTok. It's almost caught Instagram. We've been on Instagram for 3 times as long.
Everybody loves the tish
Justin
tosh.
keeps talking about Tish Tosh.
He
That's
keeps
right. Hyping it up.
Putting the tish tosh in the ether.
When he says it on Sunday, I think everybody's phone in church, the algorithm's
hears
feeding them
it.
TikTok and doing Simple Church. So whatever it's doing, it's working.
Hey, I'll take it.
But we would love for you to send us in a message, have a question, and then David Kruger, one of our longtime listeners, my father-in-law,
Shout out
big
to
fan.
Krugs.
He goes way back to First Bossier days. He asked a theological question. We're going to save that for Justin next week.
Yeah, we need
More
to bring in the
qualified.
pros for that.
That's right. But his first question was, how did the podcast members do in the Do Good Golf Tournament? Men doing good? What was the result there? So thank you to
Well-
all you guys that did the golf tournament, put it on. Incredible group, longtime Simple Church folks doing bikes, raising money for good.
So we had 2 teams.
We did.
We had
Brian
enough
Reed
winners for
came
2
into my
teams.
office and we drew out and tried to be as fair as possible who would be on which team.
I think we were pretty fair because we did better than them.
That's right, we did. 2 strokes better, so it was not like we blew them out of the water.
Hey, we'll take what we can get.
That's
we'll take
right.
what we can get. But we've all played pretty well.
This duo right here, Evan and Josh, Chip Mitchell, and Jonah Boaz.
Yes. Second place in our
66.
flight.
Second
Yes.
place in our fight. Got some prize money. Was not mad about that. Other group, 68. We beat them.
Got to be better than that.
Gotta be better than that. I almost chipped one in. You crushed some drives.
Oh, yeah. Jonah was making some putts. Chip was
Chip!
playing out of his mind.
Never think that looking at him. A Chip is a good swing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he just gets in his head about it, but he can play some
That's
golf.
right. He was a high school athlete
Oh, yeah.
back in the day.
What do you do?
He played baseball at Airline.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go. Go Vikes.
I learn new things about this staff every day. Like, I've known most of these people all my life, but I learn new stuff every day.
There's a lot to learn, a lot of us. So thank you, men doing good. Thank you for everybody who supported the tournament. I know the Nepo Bros, our friends over there, Stillman, they went and sponsored a hole and were posting about it and had
He's
some
out
fun
there in
playing.
the pink suit.
That's right. Justin called Tommy Chandler out for cheating before it even started.
That was great. That was great.
He ain't right.
He ain't right.
But we had a great time. We had a good stuff with that. So thank you, David, for the question. And we're going to answer your theological question next week. I'm going to save that for Justin.
Yes.
That's right.
And maybe give it to me early so I can do some research.
Oh, okay. Deal. I'll pass it on. You got it. You got it.
I mean,
Come in here and blow Justin away.
Sound a little more educated when I talk.
But the other thing, Josh, I just made a note because right before we went on, Mallory, my wife, sent me West Monroe High School's new locker room. And this has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. But as an airline Viking, we lost to West Monroe every year in the playoffs.
Also a former airline Viking over here as well. Yeah, no. Big beef with West Monroe.
Never been a fan. Sorry if you went to West Monroe. Let us know in the comments.
They come in every year. We know we're going to lose. We get smacked down. It wasn't fun. They were on that Hoover High show where they played them and all that. And it was too much. But they got that locker room. How much did they spend on it?
Ooh, I don't remember the numbers. I don't know if it said, but it was a heck of a lot of money.
Million. I mean, this locker room looks
We'll put a link in the show notes. So if you've not seen, unbelievable. Looks like an NFL quality.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it's straight out of an NFL locker room. Training tables. They repainted everything. Brand new weights. They've got an indoor. Well, it's not fully indoor, but they've got a covered practice field.
Oh, yeah.
So they can practice in the rain and stuff like all that. It's top of the
jacuzzi,
top of the line.
Recovery, hydrotherapy, whirlpool.
But I mean, these high school football teams, man, they're getting to be like collegiate level, and the colleges are getting like the pros, and the pro level is just becoming a global game. It's just everything's bigger.
Yep.
But yeah, it was interesting to see. You just think about, what all that takes to put all that in there and build all that up and stuff.
I'm looking at the post now because I was looking for the cost of the stuff, and they never posted the money, but there's a lot of people mad in the comments.
I'm sure that probably won't be disclosed.
Big mad in the comments of West Monroe, the state of the rest of the high school. But unbelievable. Put a link in the show notes. That's just a little tangent, if you will.
Airline, if I get a couple dollars, I'll buy a weight bar.
The Josh Mitchell.
That's probably about all I can afford.
Little dumbbell.
Yeah.
Memorial.
Everybody can lift the special dumbbell.
Oh man. Boy. But let's get into the message from Sunday. New series, Josh. It's different. Mm-hmm. Justin came back, had a good week off. Things recovered. Robin did a great job 2 weeks ago. But diving in, Brian Reed this week is going to continue it. It's different. So when you first came to Simple Church, do you remember the first time you came to Simple Church, what you thought walking in? Because you had some history with us.
Yeah, so actually I did I came to visit a couple times back when I was still at First Bossier when it first started. And we just came over to visit because we knew it was people that we knew, Justin and Chip and everybody. And we came over and visited a few times. And then shortly after we moved. So we didn't really get a chance to, I guess, really see the come up of it, if that's a word.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then when I moved back, when Courtney and I got together, she's like, "Yeah, I go to Simple Church," and I was like, "Oh, that's easy. I know all these people. This is great. I'd love to go back to Simple Church." And so it started coming, and my previous job, I was working a lot on Sundays, and so I would come when I could, but it wasn't always every weekend or anything. But it was great. I loved it. It was a good experience and all of that. And it always did feel different, and I think that even started back to the student ministry days when we were over at First Bossier. That was one of the things that got me to come over.
Because let's be honest, First Bossier Student Ministry, Justin, Greg Walker, Chip Mitchell, it was basically Simple Church 1.0.
It was.
That's how we grew up.
That was
what we did.
Beta version.
Exactly. It really was in the testing phase. So you grew up in that. You were used to that, doing that. But Justin did hit on Black Church. I think you've had more experience at Black Church than me.
I was really hoping he'd be here today so we could talk about Black Church.
We can bring it up next week again.
So
he showed a video on Sunday. It was great.
I definitely grew up in Black churches up until we started going to First Bossier, and really even a little bit after that, because my mom would play piano at different ones once a month and stuff like that. My great grandmother's church is was right there behind the Butler Education
Oh,
Complex,
yeah.
Layman Temple. So she went over there.
I know what you're talking about.
Stonewall right there is where my mom's twin sister got married.
Did not
So they
know
got
that.
married there.
See,
And
we're learning stuff
then,
about you now.
there was another one over in Shreveport we used to go to that's near that Checkers over there. And I can't, Steeplechase. And then there was all in all, bunch of different black churches I've been to, and the experiences he was talking about, the stuff that the guy was talking about in that video, that happens every week, and you find your pastor catching the Holy Spirit, and it's very animated, but it's fun. It's a great time. It's and it's a good environment to just kind of let loose and hear about the Lord a little bit in a little different style. Yeah,
different style. Not one's right or wrong.
No,
and that's what I
definitely
really
not.
like too. The way he phrased it, and Justin talking about it is, it's not for everybody. It's different, and there is a church just about on every corner in the Bible Belt South. There's lots of ways to do church.
I mean, just in Shreveport Bossier alone, you can find your niche
Roll rock.
and what kind of church you want to attend. If you want something more traditional, more formal, there's churches that do that. If you want a little more contemporary but still leaning into that more formal style, they've got that. I mean, there's a bunch of different churches around here.
Absolutely, and I think it's so funny. I think the old Baptist thing was actually nickels and noses of what matters, being ironic or sarcastic of what matters to churches is nickels and noses, how much money you're bringing in, how many people, and he changed it to the 3 B's. You remember the B's, what he said?
I do not. You got to remind me.
Buildings, booties.
Oh, buildings, booties,
and budgets. I think it's the simple church variation. Buildings, booties, and budgets.
Oh, man.
Nickels and noses, however you want to frame it, the cynical side, the business side of church. And again, he grew up and worked in a church for a long time. You and me have grown up in different church experiences. It's not always what it seems like it should be.
Right.
The perception. And there's very well-meaning churches. There's a lot of great people who do ministry. There's a lot of great church organizations that are doing incredible things for God all over the world. But the negative side of church sometimes gets into where it feels like you're booty, a budget, and a building.
Yep.
And you're trying to get those 3 B's, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and I always, Courtney and I talk about this a lot, just kind of the dynamics of church, and you need money to run a church. It's just the simple fact of it. Even if you were preaching out in a courtyard somewhere, I mean, there's still budget constraints that come into play, right? And it's sometimes hard to differentiate between, is this really helping towards the cause, which is leading more people to Jesus, or are we just spending money to be spending money?
And you unfortunately hear scandal after scandal after scandal, where those are what make news. There's thousands and thousands of churches that never have a scandal.
Oh, yeah.
But unfortunately, it seems like ones that emphasize buildings, budgets, and booties, make more money, get more attention, have bigger platforms on social media, sell books, just to kind of hit on all these different things that different approaches are. And they're not inherently bad things, but when it becomes the thing that's most important about bringing in money, going and building this church, doing it for the pastor, for a leadership group, it can get out of balance, and that's when it becomes sometimes criminal.
Yeah, and I'm curious, and I'd be curious to hear Justin's answer too, just with him being in it so long as well. Do you think that it starts out, do you think most, if not all, start out well-intentioned and then they get caught up in this, or do you think it is from the jump most of the time the intentions aren't probably where they should be?
Right.
And then they...
See, I think you and me probably have different answers to that, what I know of you, because I'm the more optimistic, glass half full person that I would love to believe that I think most people get in it for the right reasons.
And in this case, this is one of the ones where I do think people, I am optimistic about it. I do think people get in it for the right reasons. Even me, when I got into this, I got in it for what I think
the money.
Think is the right reason. Definitely the money, guys.
The big money here.
What I think is the right reasons, which again is, helping kids and figuring out life at an age where you feel like the world doesn't understand you. But I can see very easily how people can, get on an ego trip or begin to, siphon money or just all these horrible things that can happen within a church. I can see how people can easily slip into that.
Right. And that's where I think, again, Justin I here will brag on him. He wouldn't let us be this nice to him if he was here.
Won't.
But his humility and what he talks about always, I don't see myself as a pastor, and I was a bikini salesman, and I just want to help people do good. And he is really, behind the scenes, the least egocentric person of... He doesn't want to make it about him. He doesn't have to build this big platform. He's not doing a podcast because he wants to get rich and sell ads for junk on podcasts.
Nope.
But that's who he is 100% of the time, and he wants to help people. He wants to do good. And the Message Sunday, if you missed it, you can put a link in the show notes. You can go back and catch it on demand, YouTube or the Simple Church app every week. He really goes through the history of Simple Church and how we don't take offerings. We try not to guilt people about money. We were able to get into this building we're sitting in right now podcasting with, again, miraculous, way better than we hoped and thought. Took in more money, did it faster than we thought. People's generosity blew us away, and we didn't have to go through years of a building campaign of making people feel bad that didn't give and trying to do it on Sunday mornings and all these tactics that churches use that, again, maybe aren't even necessarily wrong, but it's kind of icky.
Yeah.
And if you've been in it and you've sat through it, you know that when they're asking for money and it's constantly the thing is being preached about and going through, it can give you an ick.
Yeah, but it's that losing that sight of what the ultimate mission is. And I'll brag on Justin a little bit more. People sometimes you can see in any setting, you look at somebody from the outside looking in, and you see people and you think, oh, well, he's just on stage saying that, or that's not what he's really like. Or, when you get him behind closed doors, it's like, I've been working for the church almost 2 years, a year and a half now, almost 2 years. Wow. Almost 2 years. And I can tell you, it's the most recent person coming on to staff. What you see on stage is what you get.
Yep.
It's the same person, whether that's on a Tuesday at lunch or a Sunday mornings preaching. He's the same person 24/7, and it really is the mission of him that it's not about him. It's the same thing we would say up here. It's not about us.
Yep.
It is about the outsider and helping the people that are already here on their journey, getting closer to Jesus, and hopefully trying to live more like him.
Absolutely. And so Justin's new phrase, this is going to go places. I think this
This
is
is
actually going to be our
Put
new
it on a shirt.
That's right.
Put
Put
it
our
on
new
a
shirt
shirt
in there. We want to get more booties doing good at Simple Church. We're not worried about your booty just sitting in a chair taking up space.
I'm sure Angie would love to do that
Yeah.
shirt. Let's do it.
Get more booties doing good. Simple Church 2026. It's so funny. It's great. It's so Justin. That's who he is.
But again, it's just trying to make it a
It's
little more
memorable.
fun
Yep.
and more memorable. Yeah,
Absolutely.
But, just making it a little less tense all the time, because sometimes you grow up in churches.
Serious.
Going
no
back
laughing.
going back to Black church, they would sing and we do all the things, and then we get to the sermon, and you walked out of there feeling guilty a lot of times, and I hear that. And I know Courtney, we have talked about this too, and sometimes she's heard that about, didn't feel guilty enough walking out of the service. And it's like, well, did Jesus want us to feel guilty all the time? At least I don't think he did. Not my
what he preached
interpretation
about,
of
right.
everything. And so I don't think that's how we're supposed to feel when we leave. Now, when I leave here, I feel empowered a lot of times.
Inspired.
Sometimes I do feel guilty because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
I mean, you didn't adopt 12 kids with special needs. You only fostered 3, Josh.
Only
or 2.
fostered 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so I think we lose sight of that vision of what we really are supposed to be coming to church for. It's not supposed to be a guilt trip. It's supposed to be a celebration. You're supposed to be having fun. You're supposed to be rejoicing in everything that he's done for you and what he's going to continue to do for you.
And this is something that comes up fairly often. If there'll be a comment or somebody will make some snide remark of like, well, you guys are just always bragging about doing stuff for people, or why are you making a video of this, or why do you just not let your right hand know what your left hand's doing? And the goal is to inspire more people to do good.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Hartman has been successful and created this career using this for CBS, a national huge platform, to try to find the good examples of stories, because we use the bad a lot. A lot of people see the bad. Bad sells. It spells headlines. If it bleeds, it leads. All these problems that are going through in the world. There's plenty of bad news.
There's plenty.
And so you can find something bad in everything. But what I love about Steve Hartman, what I love about when we try to tell the story of like a Daryl Graham, the video we posted last week of him sharing a story in prison.
video,
Yeah,
man.
did great. People loved it online and commented and were tagging him. And it's just a really cool example of, we don't want to brag on Daryl. We don't think Daryl's perfect. We don't put Daryl on a pedestal. But Daryl, God did something in his life. He went and overcame adversity. He went and shared about that in the church. And then somebody coming to church heard that, and I know was inspired by a real person in their community, not somebody far away, not a Steve Hartman video, not somebody you'll never meet, but you'll see him on Sunday, be like, okay, now I know more of that person's story, and I can do that too.
And that's what, you look in the Bible time and time again, and Jesus and a lot of other people within the Bible always spoke in, or tended to speak in parables and stories, and it's always about trying to get something that you can relate to, because you can talk to, well, for me, I can go and talk to a millionaire all day long. Not gonna be a lot of things we can relate on most of the time,
right?
Just because I'm not anywhere close to that, But if I go and talk to the
Is that rain?
Here's some rain.
It's loud in this building.
Coming to you live. This just in. It's
Breaking
raining.
news.
But no, I can go and talk to, the student who's got a parent who's a teacher and a dad who's works in retail. I can relate to that.
Yep.
Because my wife works in the schools. I worked at retail. Like, we can talk on a relational level, and I can understand some of the things that they're going through. And so when we tell these stories, like you're talking about with Daryl, and when he went to go speak at the prison, they can relate to this guy.
And it's not bragging. We're not saying, look, we're such a great church, we have perfect. Literally, Justin
No.
says the opposite. Most of the time, we're not a perfect church.
No.
We don't have it all
Far
figured
from
out. We're not perfect people. We're not saying we're better than anyone. But these are real things that are happening that we want to celebrate and we want to share to encourage others to do that. And so he went through and listed off some of them on Sunday. Robin did a great job 2 weeks ago. If you missed that message, we had Michelle the warden on to talk about it on the podcast some of what we're doing at the prison.
Go listen to that episode.
We're not figuring out every problem at David Wade Correctional Center. We're not saying we're coming in and going to be the saviors and fix everything. But we can walk alongside them and do some things. And that has meant so much to them because most people don't do anything.
If you could see the look in some of these men's eyes when you just listen to what they have to say, talk to them about what's going on in your life.
They realize you came out there just to be there for them.
And it means the world to them. And again, that, like he just said, and probably keep repeating ourselves, but it's not to brag on, hey, look at me, I'm doing this thing for this person. Look how
Pat
good I
ourselves
am.
on the back. We're so great.
It is, I want you to see, Josh is having an impact by just simply going to talk to these people. That's something I can do.
Yep.
Maybe I can go out there and talk to these guys and hear their story and, again, help them walk closer with Jesus and closer alongside Jesus.
Absolutely. So Justin shared some of the cool things, just brag on you guys and being part of the community and what we've got to do with the building. I mean, Justin said it on the message Sunday. I just re-listened to it. We're spending less money every week to do it 7 days a week here than we were for one Sunday at the Shreveport Convention Center.
My father-in-law was shocked by that.
It is nuts.
Shocked.
And I knew what we used to pay for the old one, and that it was a shocking number.
Yeah.
And so now...
And you're getting this one 7 days a week.
Right. And to be able to use the event center, which was another great visionary idea of Justin's part, to make it its own entity. So you have Louisiana Tech. He used this example. This is great. Louisiana Tech's going to get together and have crawfish every year. They're going to have a place that they go to pay to rent.
With 400 plus people.
That's right, in Shreveport, Bossier area. So if they are looking for a place, they're going to spend their money and their dollars to do it. If they help the church by renting that facility, and we have a great facility that they can rent, everybody wins. There is no downside to that. It's not like we're saying, Louisiana Tech, we're going to charge you more because you're not a Christian organization or do something, but we are going to charge something to be able to use the event center space. There's a cost to that. There's real Amber setting it up, the people who run
Chip sound.
Exactly, media.
Yeah.
But everybody wins because it's a great space. We like to think we have pretty good customer service. We're pretty friendly people.
Try to.
Easy to work with. And if you have an event and you are going to do it somewhere, why not do it here? Why not do it at the event center? And then that money that goes from that is not going to Justin Hagler's retirement fund, is not funding the Simple Church, whatever. Pick your thing, whatever these people are spending the money on. We don't have any jets.
It's not. It's going right back out into the community.
Into the budget, into the community to do good. And so it's a great system. We're so excited to have people. And then we can choose to donate that or give a discounted rate to people like the schools that come in and need a place to have an awards ceremony or whatever it might be. We have that discretion because there are paying customers, have weddings that have different parties, that have different events that come on. And then it funds being able to do it for the schools, be able to do something to help give back in different organizations, nonprofits.
And that's what we're talking about, with helping the community out and helping Bossier out and just, we're all in this together. Not to sound like, what was that High School Musical? We're
all in this. Don't act like you don't know. Together.
But we really are, and if you want to make this, continue to keep this a great place to live and, all the fun things that we do. I mean, it's going to take a community effort, and that working together aspect is really how you achieve that.
That's absolutely right. So, again, if you have an event, if you're looking to do something, I know Putt just had a party to celebrate his daughter going and winning a gold medal. I think just talked about pre-show.
You ever been to Putt's house?
Airless. Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that they got the things hanging from the ceiling in there?
Yes, the
That was crazy to me.
aerialism. I'm not sure what you call it. But
I got to see her do
Louis
some
is
of it. It's
all up in it.
cool. But
It's awesome.
oof.
So they rented it out to celebrate. They had a party. They had the Gingerbread House, local nonprofit organization doing incredible work for victims of sexual abuse, for helping families and kids. They had a luncheon in there.
Like we said, Louisiana Tech weddings. We had a wedding shortly after we opened it up fully, and I saw my aunt and uncle posting pictures on Facebook one day from it, and I was like, wait a minute, y'all were here? She was like, oh, yeah, we were at this. We didn't even know this was down here. I was like, that's where I go to church. They were like, oh, that's awesome. I was like,
so many people still don't know we're here, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's super fun. And speaking of events, we got a big event coming.
That's right. Justin
the entire boardwalk.
dropped it, announcing 250 years of America.
America, baby.
That's right. 4th of July is a Saturday this year. We'll have no services on July 5th. That's Sunday. We traditionally take off that Sunday each year. It's a low attended. Volunteers, gives them a break, and we appreciate everybody who says, like, oh, I miss it. Great. Come back the next week. But July 4th is a Saturday night. We are partnering with the city of Bossier and with the boardwalk and going to do something they've never had down here. Fireworks start, we think, about 9:30-ish. It's going to be late at night when it's dark.
So. That was the word on the street.
You come watch the fireworks on the Red River. It's gorgeous if you've never come. The city does a great job. I think it's bigger than ever.
Yep.
The history of it for 250 years.
There'll be plenty of parking. That parking
Park in the garage, fireworks. But we're adding to it. Simple Church is going to have a band.
Yep.
We're going to have some different food trucks set up that you can purchase food. We're going to have some inflatables and some games. We're working on some fun stuff for kids. And it's going to be a party.
Again, trying to have fun,
for
trying
the
to be
city.
a good neighbor.
Absolutely.
Trying to make sure this community is ready to rock for 250 years of freedom, baby.
Freedom. So we would love you to check it out. Make your 4th of July plans. It's like a month away almost. It's crazy.
This time
5
is going
weeks
fast.
away.
And then I go to camp 2 days later.
Oh, there you go.
so-
But at least you get the Sunday off.
It's going to be a fun week.
4th of July, Saturday night. Plan to be at the boardwalk with us. You'll get more details, hanging out. We'd love for you to be a part of that too and do good with us. We got some folks watching live on Facebook. Remember, each week you can watch Facebook normally Mondays, 3:30 p.m. live on Facebook. You can drop a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. Tune in. Carly Pruitt, Miss Justin. We do too. He'll be back. Don't you worry about that, Carly. We'll get Justin back.
Oh, yeah. He'll be back.
David Kruger.
Probably pulling back in the Bossier now.
It'd be close. Said he unfortunately witnessed many of the times the church not doing the right thing, Josh, but goes back to love God, love people, and solve problems. It's tough to be greedy or proud if you're trying to help people and do the right thing.
Yeah. And, even in those moments where a church may not meet your expectations or an organization, may do something morally wrong or anything like that, I think at the end of the day, I still want to lead back to grace and, forgiveness for those people, Again, I think this goes back to what we were talking about earlier with people being well-intentioned when they start, and then, dynamics can change, things can change, situations can change, whatever that looks like, and people get caught up in the machine and lose sight of the vision. But I think, Jesus would want us to forgive and be kind to those situations where those things still happen. But also, we still got to be vigilant and make sure that stuff doesn't happen.
Wise as serpents, gentle as doves. And it's a tension. And it's hard because most people tend to either go one way or the other. You're cynical and you don't trust anybody or anything. And you can be too far gone to one side, or you can just be pushover, naive.
You just trust everybody.
And believe the best.
And everything's free.
Eat your lunch.
Yeah.
And you go and you look back and you're like, oh, that person stole all this money and I never saw it coming. Yeah. It's like, so you have to be both.
That's one of the things I got to work on with Dom. He's never met a stranger. Everybody's his friend and everything.
And those are great characteristics.
That is awesome because it comes in handy, on Sundays when there's a new kid there. Dom is the first one to go up and talk to him like, hey.
No shame.
You want to be my friend? Trust me, we won't get in trouble. Let's go do karate. It's like, no, Dom, let's bring it back. Bring it back.
Dial it in a little, Dom.
But yeah, that's awesome. It's good characteristics to have, but it's just you gotta hone it in sometimes.
That's right. So thanks for listening. If you're listening on the audio side, we'd love for you to join us Mondays. On the video side, you can see these smiling faces. Look good today.
Hey.
And we'd love for you to join us. You can comment live and ask Justin your questions when he's back next week for the next
questions
podcast.
Today?
No questions today. That's just a couple comments, so we appreciate you. We're on a different day. Most people set their Mondays.
True.
That's
they
right.
set their clocks to it.
That's right. But we do have Partner Party coming up this Sunday, Josh.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We'd love for you to join that. If you don't know what a Partner Party is, most churches, they have membership. You become a member. And it's kind of a country club feeling, right? That you become a
bit.
member.
Yep.
You get to membership benefits,
Yep.
and you would go and get to be a part of it and have these different exclusive member things.
Send you special flyers
As
in
a
the
member
mail.
of the church,
and
member
all these
meetings,
things.
going through and doing that. But we at Simple Church instead have partners. And so since we started day one, we have asked for partners, not members. We need you to partner with us to do good. We need more booties doing good
Always need more booties doing
and doing and helping in the community. And so if you have thought about taking the next step, you want to get more involved with Simple Church, you want to know a little bit more about how it started, philosophically, what we believe. If you're ready to just commit, most people are like, I've been coming for a few years. I want to do the next thing. I want to volunteer. You're ready to start giving. You want to know more about the ins and outs and the details of Simple Church. That is Partner Party. Happens a couple times a year, and it is this Sunday, May 31st. Weird, too, that we still have this whole week of May, Memorial Day. It seemed like it was really early.
May is never ending. It's like January.
Yeah, it keeps going.
I keep
May
thinking, is it next week?
31st. This Sunday, 10 a.m. We do it on the Sunday morning sometimes because it's childcare.
Yep.
So you can drop your kids off in the kids building. If you've never taken your kids, if you have grandkids, go to the Simple Kids building. This is a great time to be the first time to check it out because every Sunday I see moms or people walking in, and I understand it's hard to leave your baby. But if you need to go and take and drop off a kid, they do a great job with the kids program, Simple Kids, Christy. You go find a class, get them involved. They'll have more fun than sitting and listening to the Partner Party, I
It's
promise.
not hard for me to leave them. I'm
Nah.
kicking them out. Tuck and roll.
That's right. It's normally not
in that
dads.
classroom.
I've never really seen a dad come to me and say, I can't leave my baby.
Nah, you got it. You'll figure it out.
It's good for you. Builds character. But if you want to do that, 10 a.m., you have childcare. You already plan on being here at church Sundays if you've been coming.
Yep.
Not another night of the week. And Justin is going to lead it. Brian Reed is going to be speaking. So if you want to do it, it's actually in the room we're doing the podcast right now.
Yep.
If you come to Partner Party, you can look, and the curtain will be where we record.
Yep, and then we squeeze it in that middle service just so we can catch people.
10 a.m.
If you're a 9 o'clock service person, you can attend it right after. If you're an 11 o'clock service person, you can attend it right before.
Yep, say that 11 o'clock, and normally bleeds into 11. So if you want to go to
it's that
service,
long?
it's
Okay.
normally about that. It's close. So
Okay.
if you don't want to stress about it, come at 9, do Partner Party, and then you
Yeah.
can get to lunch. Plenty of time, but take the time. RCP link is in the show notes. We'd love for you to be a part of Partner Party. Just let us know you're coming. We'll follow up, and then following that, volunteer 2 weeks after each Partner Party is how you start volunteering. So,
And
some people-
volunteer, it sometimes can lead you down a path where you end up on a staff.
Ask Josh. That's right. You start helping with student ministry. We realize you're a great person. You never know.
Yeah. For those that don't know that story, So I was getting out of my last job and had a lot more free time. I was able to be up here every Sunday consistently. And Justin preached a message. I believe it was the Be Like Bobby one, maybe.
That sounds right. Because you did a video for the Be Like Bobby
I think
series.
it was that series, but
Our friend Bobby passed away, and he was influential in our life.
And whatever he said that day was convicted. Said I need to volunteer. I'm not doing enough. Got in there, started volunteering in the high school ministry. Did that for about a year, and then Blake, our former middle school pastor, went off to finish college and go be a good student. And
He should.
all
He
that
might
stuff.
graduate this week.
Oh yeah, it might be this Sunday.
That might
As
be.
a matter of fact, I need to text him after this.
Yeah, right.
But Blake was leaving, and they were looking for a new middle school pastor, and Jonah first floated the idea, and then I met with Justin, then I met with John, then I met back with Justin, and yeah, and then now here I
you
am,
are.
18 months later, all from a volunteer.
That's exactly right. So we don't make you be on staff.
No.
It's not a requirement. But you never know. We'd love for you to join us. That'll be June 14th, right before Man Day.
Yes.
Father's Day is June 21st this year, my birthday.
Want that same energy y'all had on Mother's Day.
Bringing it. See,
Talking to you kids.
It happens every couple of years. My birthday's on Father's Day, and I feel like I get cheated. Like they get rolled into one.
Oh yeah, no. We gotta switch up the gifts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, we
Start
can't have
celebrating
none of
earlier that week. But June 14th is Volunteer. Link to that is in the show notes as well. Just let us know you're coming. You do not have to attend Partner Party to go to Volunteer.
Nope.
So if you just want to start volunteering, you're ready to take that step, it's a great time to jump in before the fall when everything gets crazy. Maybe you have a little more free time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you just want an extra hour away from your kids. They can go to the kids ministry twice. They can go to 2 classes.
My kids go 3 hours.
There you go.
They love it.
That's right. They do different stuff each hour. We'd love for you to be a part of that and check out Volunteer. Find a way to serve. There's all kinds of things that you might not even know about. We have people who get up at 6 a.m. and clean up trash in the parking garage to help the city of Bossier. A
We've
free
got-
service.
We got people that clean on Tuesdays.
got-
We have cafe. We have
Run a camera. You
greeters.
can help
we
with
have-
middle school.
I got people that need to go to camp sometimes. Jonah's got people that needs to go to camp. There's volunteering on Sundays in the student ministry. If you want to go hold a baby on Sundays and volunteer in family or
Greeters.
kids ministry.
Absolutely. Something for
Greeters.
everybody.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. So don't let let it hold you back. Whatever skill you've got, we can definitely find a place to use it, and definitely could use your help because it takes a lot to keep this church flowing. And again, at the end of the day, we're trying to.
I think
keep
on a
with the
normal
mission.
Sunday, it's 350-ish volunteers.
I
If
can
every
believe that.
spot's full and everybody does it.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because we have a staff of 13 full-time
13.
staff. Yeah. And so it's
Well,
because of you.
12 full time.
Yeah.
Technically not. But
Yeah. But all that to be said, it takes a lot. And we appreciate all of our incredible volunteers. If you want to get started, if you're ready to go, if you have questions, fill out that volunteer form. We'll help you do that. And partner party is this Sunday, volunteer June 14th. Josh, we're almost out of time. Flew by.
That did go by. That
That's
goes by
right.
quick.
You and me said a lot more words. We got a lot to say today. No Jordan, no Justin. We'd love for you to join us back next week. It'll look a little different back with Justin and Jordan, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll have the gang back together.
That's right. So, ending on this note, find a place and find a purpose. Everybody wants a place to fit in and a purpose. Feel like what they're doing in their life matters. And that might be volunteering. That might be serving here. That might be going and doing good in the community. That might be whatever you're passionate about. We'd love to partner with you to help you figure that out. And we hope this series inspires you. Justin's dream was to plant a church that was different. Now, 18 years in, we're reaping the benefits of that. It's changed all of our lives, our kids' lives. So many people, thousands of people have been baptized. It's been a wild ride.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so thankful for what I get to do and finding a purpose here, but we would love to help you figure out your purpose. And again, that might be serving on a Sunday. That might be going and doing homeless ministry. That might be going and helping find a nonprofit for helping kids' education. Whatever it might be, we hope Simple Church inspires you and helps you to go take a step to do something and do good and get your booty out there doing good.
Get that booty out there doing good.
That's right.
Because I think when you find that purpose, that really helps you with direction in your life in general. Because it can be easy to get caught up in, I go to work, I come home, I mow my grass, I eat dinner, I watch a show,
The repetition
I go to
of
bed,
life.
and you just kind of get into get caught in the machine of just doing life every day, and you aren't really doing life. And so I think just
Going through the motions.
even volunteering once a week. I'm not asking y'all to come in 5 days a week and help prepare sermons for middle schoolers.
But if you want to.
If you want to, I'll gladly take that. But no, I think even for me, speaking from my personal experience, this role, just being in student ministry in general, because even when I was volunteering in high school ministry, it gave me another shot of purpose. It was almost like an energy drink of purpose, just because I was getting caught in that. And not to say that I didn't have purpose, because I got 3 kids, I got 6 pets, I got a wife, I got a lot going on anyway. But just that additional purpose on making sure I'm leaving a lasting impact, I guess I'll say, on the community that I'm in.
And the full circle, cool God thing of all this is, so for you and me, you were a middle schooler when I was an intern. I was doing student ministry. I was trying to do what God called me to do. Years later, you would come back in our lives, a Simple Church. You and Courtney be friends. We do stuff with our families. Now we have kids the same age. And now both of our daughters are both going up to middle school. And you are going to be my daughter's middle school pastor.
In August,
This
Layla and
August
Nora.
promotion.
August.
Now, not yet. Simmer down. But they're moving up, and I got to play a little tiny sliver of your life and pour into you, and now you are going to do that for my kids. And all of these things, the way God created the church to work, is we should be pouring into each other. We should be selfless. We should be taking care. It takes a village. We all look out for each other, and then everybody's needs gets met.
Yeah.
And the problem is so many times we don't have time, we're busy, we're doing other stuff, and then you look up and you realize, oh, my kid's in 10th grade and they never went to student ministry stuff and they didn't get involved and they're in crisis or there's problems and things happen, and you want instant community, you want instant people pouring into it, and it doesn't work that way.
No.
It's just the reality of
built
life.
over time.
Right. It has to be over time consistently, and when you get involved in a middle school ministry, when you do the fun stuff they're doing this summer, you have a Six Flags trip. It's too late to sign up for that, get ready to go.
We're going out tomorrow.
But the reason we would do Six Flags, there's not really a spiritual part of Six Flags.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is spiritual to make friendships, to connect, to do something fun together, to build bonds and make memories and create experiences. And when you go and have fun together, they're more likely to come back the next week and to hear the message, to be in a life group, to take these next steps in their faith.
Well, they talk about, I think it's in first 2 years in youth ministry,
Yeah.
but it talks about the amount of time that you spend with a kid on. I know we're getting student ministry centric,
But it matters.
you talk
True
about
on a mission trip. They're on a mission trip right now to Honduras. We didn't
you
even
talk about
mention.
when you on an average Sunday you get 45 minutes with a kid, and how much are you really talking directly with them one-on-one?
And to tie it back into Justin's message, 22% of people say they go to church every week. 5% they found out actually did in a study where they tracked their cell phones and they lied.
Yeah, so how much time are you really getting a chance to spend with
You're coming
somebody
once
or
a month
impact them or whatever?
For 45 minutes once a month.
Exactly. So these additional trips, these events, these mission trips, and there's a whole nother level of depth that goes into that, but just even the fun events, as they're called, they do have a purpose. They do serve a purpose in helping build more of that community, build more of that family, and build a bond with people that you want to do life with.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this little bow on it, people don't care what you know until they know that you care.
Amen.
And when you can go on a fun Six Flags trip, when Josh goes, and I'm sure they'll have some story of somebody throws up or gets scared or passes out or goes and does something embarrassing.
Always something.
Those stories are what build the relationship, that you build trust, and you have these kids that know you care about them, and then you go and you can pour into their lives. And you went and prayed with a middle schooler or high schooler?
Yeah, we had a middle schooler this morning.
Yeah.
She's having surgery. I don't want to say her name.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, they feel like you're their pastor, and they want you to connect with them and pray with them when the worst possible things happen as a middle schooler having surgery for a tumor. And all of these things build on each other.
She was shocked when I walked in this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, if you had told me sooner, I would have come sooner.
Exactly. And middle school kids don't know, but the families, it means a lot. And I cannot tell you how many times over the years of being a pastor who visits somebody in the hospital, they come back years later. Sometimes I don't even remember who they are. But like, you came and prayed with me in the hospital. Oh, you look different. You look great.
Yeah.
And this is like, my brother was in the hospital and you guys came by and prayed with him. Yep. And it's incredible that God knows this. God created us to do this. You can do this, listener, but we as the church, as the staff, we get to go into these hard moments, these tough things, but it's so much better when you have a relationship, when you've built it up over time, and the good moments too. So get involved in a life group, check out student ministry, check out kids ministry, be a part of something bigger if you have a family.
College life.
Yeah. They're getting ready to do their Chasing Aces event this Sunday, so follow us online, download the Simple Church app, find out the stuff we're doing, invite people to come with you 4th of July, hang out, make it a family tradition, see the fireworks. It's an incredible fireworks show. We would never be able to afford by ourselves.
Nope.
The city's putting it on, so we just are going to have the band, we're going to have the fun stuff around it, create an atmosphere, and we want you to be a part of everything this summer, hanging out.
Come on, we got a lot going on, baby.
And we need your booty to do good.
Yes, we do.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for following along. Subscribe wherever you get podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or follow us on Facebook each week. Have a good one.
Get your booty up and go do some good.
Peace.